So if you are planning to switch your job in 2025, you should must know few things. The very first thing is notice period. So let's suppose you are working in Apple company and the company is having 3 months of notice period, and you are giving interview in Amazon company and they want you to join their company within 1 month. So in this case, in the interview you can tell to them, sir, I'm having 3 months of notice period, but I can negotiate with my manager. And now you have a time of 1 month and you have to negotiate with your manager. And obviously this is possible, guys. Now let's talk about the second point, that is how to justify your job switch. So what happens, let's suppose if you are working in a CCTV camera installation team, your work is to install CCTV camera, and now after working for 1-2 years, you got interested into the software part of CCTV cameras. So you want to work with the software division or department of the CCTV. Now you got some skills as well from the market and you got interview, the very first interview, and now the company is asking, I can see you have experience of CCTV installation, but why you want to switch to this role? You can simply tell them, over the time this span of 1 or 2 years, I was looking to upgrade my skill, and then I found that this is something I'm interested into. I gained the required skills and currently I'm giving this interview. So even this happens if your job is totally different. Let's suppose earlier you are working totally different role in production, and now you got an opportunity in software, or you have upgraded your skill into software because that is in demand, right? You can simply tell them that you have worked in production, but then you found that you should upgrade your skill and you have upgraded, you have learned this skill, and right now you are giving this interview. Now let's talk about the third point, which is job gap. Let's suppose you are working as a data analyst, and over the time after working for 1 to 2 years, you found data scientist is a role, and it requires a set of skills, but your pay and growth gonna be great. Like let's suppose you got a break of 6 months, you learned the skills, okay? Now you got an interview after 6 months or 1 year, and the company is asking, you are having this gap of 6 months or 1 year, and earlier you have worked on other roles. So you can simply justify them the same, that this 6 months or 1 year I have taken a gap to upgrade my skill, and that's why I'm able to give this interview. I'm having a set of skills. But where the problem comes up, arises more when your gap is more than 1 year or 2-3 year or 4-5 year. Let's suppose you are having a gap of 4 or 5 years. In this case, if you are coming back to market, you should must ensure your skills are top 10 level. You are the best in that. If you are preparing for statistical programmer role, and if you are having 5 years of gap, your skills should be the best. If you have worked on some relevant role, then that is not a gap. Let's suppose for 4 years you have worked as a production manager, and now you want to work with a statistical programmer role. So because 4 years you are working as a production manager role, so that is not a gap, right? You have worked on that role. Be confident while giving the interview, and if you know that you are having gap, your percentages are low, all these things are there, then try to become best in terms of skills, because if your skills are good, if you are able to portray the same, then for sure they're gonna give you the job, because the current market is still the skills market. Skill is still very much important apart from degree. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you everyone, and bye bye everyone.